What's going on, guys? This is Dalton from 904YGO. This is top 4 of locals. This is Ilya versus Kenneth. This is Spright versus Danger Tearlament. This is actually Runick Spright versus Danger Tear. He's going to start with Foxy Tune, discard Sulik, summon Zayaman. Pretty standard line here. He's going to go probably add the Deer Note here if he has another name. Okay, Solik's gonna add Sharon, yep, Zayaman to add, I assume it's Deer Note, yeah, probably one copy of each of these guys with Italy. Gonna activate Sharon. Yep, just doing normal Tearlament lines. Mills the Shinobi there, so he does play the Baron package. He is ending up on Griffin plus Elf. He's playing the heavy Sprite package as well in this deck. This is a pre-ban list. This is last week. So definitely interesting to see how it's going to change going forward. We're going to see Ilya make the Mud Dragon now. He is basically trying to set up here. Okay. Oh, yep, Tribute for the Deer Note. Okay, it looks like it's going to go Chaos Ruler to the Baron line, to the top line. Yep, Chaos Ruler 1, Deer Note 2. Yep, now we're going to mill 5. Yep. Oh, wow. Never thought with Pepega Ruler that you could add the Sprite monsters with it, so that's pretty interesting. He does add blue there, because he is going to end on Elf, and he's going to set Eradicator once he gets to that point. Looking like we're going to make, yep, and kick Kalos here. Kick Kalos to add. Probably, yep, add Sulik. So we have the full setup here. No interruption through Kenneth's side. Not a lot of hand traps in the Runick build. Very few, if at all. I think he was playing 6. Yep, there's the Imperm. I know he plays Imperm, and I think he's playing DD Crow as well. Both these players, Ilya was undefeated in Swiss, and Kenneth was 4-1. So now we're just basically, I think he's just thinking about the line that he's going to do. He's going to mill 8 here. So it's going to be Merlin 1, Kit 2. Hits his Smashers. He's already activated Merlin effect. He hits, I believe that's Havness. And he hits a few of the dangers in the E-Telly. Not a lot of great things here, honestly. Probably just going to, I think he's going to maybe make Garura here. Yeah, he has to make Garura to make Curious. Definitely something to think about. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Yeah, probably just, what was he going for? Oh, okay, yeah, Garura. And then we're going to use the Mud Dragon, the Garura, and the Merly to make Curious, I believe. Oh, no, there we go, Sprite Blue. Add red. Okay, so he's playing red. This is heavier than different packages that I've seen. I know some people play very few sprites. It's looking like this list is a lot of sprites. So now he's going to use these 3. This is where he goes into Curious. Curious is non-targetable because of Elf. So this is where he's going to dump. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna go do Necro, Shinobi, make Griffin here, right? Oh, yep, Guru to draw a card. Yep, mill 3. Nothing too crazy here. Summon red. Wow, is he gonna end on red with all of this? Yep, here's the Griffin. Griffin is gonna set. Did he hit her? Did he already hit Eradicator? Okay, yeah, there's Eradicator. I do think Ilya knows what Kenneth was on, so I do believe this is going to name spells in the standby phase or draw phase, and just probably be VG. The Runick Spright deck plays a lot of spells. Kenneth in particular is on quite a bit of spells this weekend. So yeah, this is looking like a Sulik plus Griffin plus Elf. Elf is going to summon back blue, so the Elf or the red has something to negate with. Oh, no, no, no. He has to do this because he needs the Eradicator to tribute something that's 3200. So he's going to make Gigantic Spright here. Activate Gigantic Spright's effect. Probably some. Yep, oh, there's Jet. Just to, I assume, just to get it out of the deck. Because he did hit the Smashers. He's sitting there talking about it, I see. He's just going to make the second elf. Okay. Okay, yeah, he just thinks that this is strong enough. He's just gonna Eradicate her in the draw phase, and it's probably gonna be GG from here. Draw. So definitely Ilya's gonna shoot this, right? Looks like Flashing Fire, Runick Flashing Fire. I believe that is to target or to summon. Oh, there's Destruction. That is basically MST. Eradicator, name spell. Okay. And wow, he hits all the spells, and that is definitely the end of game one. Wow, that was crazy. That is the problem with the Runick deck, or the Runick Spright deck. Lots of spells, especially with the Evil Twin. He's playing Sunny Snitch, he's playing Destruction, Tip, things like that. Definitely kind of hard going first, or sorry, going second against a deck like that, where you don't have a lot of interruptions. This deck can force so much so quickly, and honestly, it's kind of crazy. So I believe Kenneth was just under the impression that he was okay with not siding. I think his board game one was good enough, or his deck game one is good enough going first. So definitely just gonna see him shuffling it back up, and I guess Ilya's pretty happy with his deck. So we're just gonna see them going right back into it. Let's go ahead and see what's gonna see. Looks like a Leela in the hand. Okay, there's Runick Tip. Runick Tip is going to go add the field spell, or he's going to go add the Veiler, the Freezing Curses. Yep, that is Freezing Curses. Hits Nessie off the top there. Nothing crazy. Yep, that is definitely a Leela in the hand. So he's going to normal summon Leela effect. Summon Frost, just for the free advantage in that regard. Basically, anytime Ilya adds a card to his hand, it is going to be able to vanish from the graveyard and draw a card. And here we go, just a normal Spright play. Jet to go search Smashers or Starter, depending. He does want to play around hand traps. I'm not sure if Ilya is playing any hand traps. Looks like he's on Warcraft's like super poly in that aspect, so probably not a lot of hand traps, so maybe he could have done something different here. Maybe he didn't need to summon the red. Maybe he could have went for a Smasher's line here, thinking back on it, maybe. So he's gonna, okay, so he wanted to, I guess, read that. Okay, so Gigantic, and now he's just gonna do Toke lines. He's just gonna end on the normal board. This board is going to be Spright Elf with a Totally Awesome and a Kill pointing or Elf pointing to both of these. But if I remember correctly, actually, Ilya does break this board pretty easily with just a few powerful cards. Super Poly, I think, is what he hits here. Going, kind of thinking about what he wants to summon here. I don't think they're okay. Oh, because that means he has Swap Frog in hand, right? Swap Frog to pitch. So, yep, use these two into Elf. Yep, now we go Swap Frog, discard. Yep, alright, that makes a lot more sense. Maybe you could have, I guess, started with that. Oh, you could have started that because Leela. So here's Ronan Tonin, rip my boy Ronan Tonin. Definitely just got hit on the ban list. But I do still think this is basically the same deck. Keyskill, gonna summon back Leela. Now we're gonna make Leela, summon back Keyskill, we're gonna draw a card. Yep. So summon back, draw a card. So now we have a few interruptions plus the Toad. Now he's gonna make the other Keyskill. Basically just setting up a pop, double negate, or triple negate with red. Yep, there we go. The keys killing us a little bit glary. He's gonna set, I assume that is going to be a Runick spell or maybe Future Smashers. So Ilya top decks, and I believe, yep, that was disgusting. And yep, that is Super Poly, he top decks. I do remember this. I believe he's just gonna go straight to battle phase here, force he basically forces 3 of the interruptions. He's gonna tip go to battle phase. I assume Kenneth. I actually walked away for a minute just from this match. I do think Kenneth activates Elf, maybe gets back blue adds starter. That's at least what I hope that is gonna happen here. I think Ilya's not played against the Evil Twit cards that much. Looking like Instant Fusion, Destrudo, I think that was Merly in his hand. A few like very powerful cards, and I think that was the field spell also. Okay, so I think Kenneth was prepared for a evenly matched, not a Super Poly. Definitely, I think small misplay there. Kenneth definitely should have went for the Elf to add blue, or some blue to starter. And here's Instant Fusion for Kid Kalos, and this is full combo. Definitely not much Kenneth can do here. Here is the Freezing Curses. So, I mean, he has a Toad here, but it's not doing that much, honestly, because if he does take the Toad, or if he does negate the Toad, Ilya just has so many resources in his hand. He has Elf, Gerbura, Destrudo now, so Destrudo's gonna summon. Oh, well, there's Crow. Okay, so there's a few more interactions, but the Merly's gonna mill 3. And this is just looking pretty rough. Merly and then the blue to Jet to starter. Oh, Sharon was the card. And there's the Merly. Yep. Okay. Wow, his hand was insane. Honestly, so he's gonna do Merly effect. He's going to make possibly like a Dracostopelia or a Mud Dragon. Yeah, probably a Mud Dragon. Definitely. Yep, Mud Dragon. Alright, so there's the Mud Dragon. Oh, you could go into Dark because he does play the heavy Sprite package. So actually he could go Dark, summon, and actually play. So he maybe just gets the Jet here and then Jet add Smashers. I mean, he has a lot of lines here that he can possibly do. So it's looking like, yep, Dark summon back Jet summon, get starter or Smashers depending. I don't think he's playing starter, but yep. Jet effect, go get Smashers. Wow, incredible, honestly. Just kind of crazy that in a match like this, I feel like the Danger deck definitely is doing basically what Kenneth's deck is doing, the Runick Spright deck, but better actually, and still doing his main game plan. So now he just has Smashers, he's going to set up Sprite Elf, he's going to set up Curious, he's going to set up just everything. Like the Toad is here, but the problem with the Toad is if he does negate, he doesn't really have anything crazy in the following turn. And I also believe that this is still one of those things of like, yeah, he would have Ronin Totem, but just the fear of dying, not having a battle phase, walking over, just too much to think about with the Elf, the Runick part of this deck. I did try the Runick build for a while. It wasn't like my favorite thing. I was really enjoying the live twin cards more than the Runick cards. McKenna definitely has a affinity towards these Runick cards, and I mean they are very good. The only problem is against Eradicator. So Curie's gonna dump. Was it Havness, I believe? So we're gonna do Havness. Gonna shuffle back these. Then Curious is gonna affect a mill 3 for a mandatory effect, I believe. Because the card was his second graveyard. So, but I mean, at this point, I think Ilya just has so much going for him on the board that no cards in Kenneth's hand. I think Kenneth knows that the writing's on the wall. I think he's just hoping to see if Ilya maybe makes a mistake or two. Smashers also checks the Toad just super easily. There's just too much here on this board. I guess he could have like Toad earlier, like on the Dark Baby, so he didn't get the Smashers. Then he has like Run a Toad and maybe top deck something, but it's just looking like too much here. Nope, he's gonna set, and then get Cause effect. He's gonna mill 5 because Instant Fusion is a card, and he hits Rhino Heart. Nothing. Don't think he's gonna activate Rhino Heart now. Oh, he's looking. Oh, so he's also playing Dropless as well. So that is something to know about this deck. So he's playing Dropless and Super Poly, so I definitely think last turn Kenneth made a mistake about going into red. So yeah, now we're just gonna, mill 3, looking, wow, even whiffs on that. That's pretty unfortunate, honestly. But I mean, this is just all she wrote. Smashers here, forces the Toad. Oh, no Smashers, I suppose. I think that was Soul Key draws for turn. So definitely gonna go, I think he has Jackalope in hand. I think that was the other card. Yeah, so don't know if he plays any big cards like Access Code Talker, but I definitely do think that this was pretty much the end of the game. Really just trying to find a way to force the Toad here. Yep, Jackalope effect. Hit Solik. Now we summon, draw a card. Wow, Solik gets to add, I think, Rhino Heart maybe? Yep, there's Rhino Heart. Can't really do anything here. He's just gonna do Kaleido Heart and force you. And then that's just game on that aspect. That is Imperm set, but I don't think it really matters here for the most part. Yeah, Rhino Heart's gonna resolve, dump Havness effect, Kaleido, force the Toad. Then he just has Imperm, and yeah, this is definitely the end of the game. So Ilya does take the match, and I believe Ilya does win locals here. So definitely a pretty good game, honestly, from Ilya played. Just that first